That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home,
let's do this.
my balls keep telling me to
It's been a while, baby.
fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the Hiding App. This is the most badass YouTube podcast. Ow, no land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C. With one foot in the door of vacation, and this is my point man, Jeff the Huffman. A very fun but difficult, well, I wouldn't say difficult, strenuous week has come to an end. Well, go, what were you going to say?
Was it just because you had to put on that Pikachu costume?
No, God, that was a fucking, I mean, like...
That looked like it required a lot of work from you.
Yeah, a few $100 on that. Complaining at all. But, I mean, you got to look a little sad because the people want you to look real sad. I guess they don't want you to be happy. And I don't know. Vince McMahon was, in my opinion, the best facial guy that I've ever seen. And I think I had some pretty good facials, some pretty good acting there. So the Pikachu thing was actually kind of fun. Thank you, Mr. Irish.
Aww.
Thank you. Sure. I mean,
it was just fun because you can make money off it. But well, yeah, whatever.
There is some guy, Jackass, on Twitter today. He said, because I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to go into it. But you remember that guy that Cavo toasted, J-Rap?
G-Rap, J-Rap, yeah.
G-Rap, whatever his name is.
Little bit, yeah.
You know, he's one of those. Oh, boy, hey, what's up? I'm a commentator, the commentator community. I can't.
Pretty much, yeah. You
what the fuck? I want to do his fucking accent. Oh, I suck. My content sucks. Everything sucks, and I'm gonna give you my opinion, and it probably sucks too, but you should listen to it and take me seriously. I don't know. I can't do the fucking British thing.
And just go put peanut butter on the roof of your mouth. I think that'll pretty much sum it up.
Yeah, and then he's like fucking ripping off bad as banter. I don't know. I had somebody tell me that Brad is the one that's putting it on, and he isn't. And you'd figure it would be the other way around. You know? Yeah, he's one of those. But I somehow in the bus, because I had too much time, I probably wouldn't have caught it anyway. I guess his ex-girlfriend is saying that he has underage nudes. And he kind of handled it the way I thought he should. He's like, oh, I'm a pedo. Call the cops. Which is the way I handle shit like that. But I thought that was funny. You know, it's just, yeah. You know what? I'm kind of glad that whole thing. I've noticed that's died a little bit. You come on and give your opinion, and the self-defense avenue of saying your content sucks.
The self-deprecating.
It doesn't. Well, look, I self-deprecate, and sometimes self-deprecating humor is funny. I fucking put on a Pikachu album.
It can be in little spurts, I mean.
Put in a Pikachu outfit. Look like a big fucking furry. All right, that's self-deprecating in a sense. But to use it as a defense shield, and I don't agree with I hate everything. I think it's not always defense. Sometimes it's just fucking funny, and you're showing, you have a little humility. But I noticed ever since that whole controversy happened, it died. It died. You really don't see Brad Does Banter really mentioned as much on Twitter as you did before the incident on Catch 33. And he is the king of saying I suck, and his protege is the king of saying I suck, and I'm glad it's dead. I'm glad it's dead. It sucked, and it's dead, and I'm very, very happy. But I thought that was fucking interesting. But I don't know anything about the situation as far as, like, I don't think he has underage nudes. I think it's like, I made this crack on Twitter. I said, since I'm an old, ugly fucking fart, I never got to worry about some YouTube cunt saying they send me has my underage nudes, because nobody sends me nudes because I'm an old fart. So I'm actually kind of glad for that.
I'm sure there's females out there who are interested in the older guy looking for a sugar daddy.
Yeah, I know. Well, me. I'm not your sugar daddy. I ain't fucking putting my own money on the table. But no, I think it's one of the advantages of being fucking old and ugly. is that I don't have to worry about this. It just seems like every time one of these kids break up with their girlfriend, it becomes a public issue.
Every time.
Yeah, and then of course the word pedo gets thrown around, and oh my fucking god!
Or he raped me.
I think they got to do something about these laws. A 17-year-old girl takes a picture of her snatch or tits. Maybe that's not child porn. You know, maybe something's got to be done. I mean, they got to draw the line somewhere. But, I mean, the idea in the United States that you cannot consent to sex until the minute that you turn 18 years of age.
The
at midnight.
You turn 18.
And,
you know, something just clicks in your brain. It's like, oh, okay.
I mean, I lost my virginity at 14. I know that's a little early, especially by today's standards when it's about 30.
Got bit by mosquitoes.
Got bit by mosquitoes. And I know kids have sex. And I'm not even going as far to say, well, you shouldn't. You should wait. I don't fucking know. I'm not telling people that. I didn't. Why should I tell you that? But wrap it up and don't be a fucking moron. I will tell you that. I never did that shit. It just seems like with the internet, there may be some laws that need to be, I don't know, rearranged. You know, because if you give a kid a camera, I mean, I could sit there, give this, you could take, I give this to, you give this to your fucking kid, they could take a picture of their dick. And right now they have fucking illegal photography. They could put people in jail for a long fucking time and ruin their life and have to go on a sex offender list. It does seem a little ridiculous. I mean, but you do also want to protect kids from being exploited. But it does. Every time somebody breaks up with somebody, it's just fucking ridiculous. And even
somebody's always going to find a way to exploit something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but I don't even know. Like, I also heard that he threatened to release them, and then she went back and said, I was underage at the time. But, to be honest with you, I think even a douche like J-Raff doesn't deserve that shit. And just because you're a douchebag doesn't mean you should go to prison and have to register. All right, so I had an interesting week.
A little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to know about my week? I'll tell you. It's bringing in.
Well, other than everything, because pretty much everything that I saw when I saw all you guys together, I got a little sad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
That's why you're Jeff Left Outman today.
Yes. Yes.
Well, now you know how I felt during VidCon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, yeah. But how long was how long did Real Talk stay at your house? Like, how long did he chill with you guys?
He only stayed one day. He only stayed one day. It was like the first day.
Only one day.
Yeah, and then he had like a little the hotel downtown, and it was just kind of big enough to kind of put your head. Real Talk, he keeps an eye on the wallet. I mean, he's not cheap. I'm not saying he's cheap, but he manages his money quite well. And Kyrsh said she missed you there. She's in the chat right now.
Oh, that's sweet.
It would have been fun to have you there. I mean, no doubt. But I don't know. German Joe came, and
yeah, I saw that. I also saw that somebody, I forget who it was, tweeted at you asking if that was me.
If that was,
yeah,
because you both are big in the chin.
When little Tommy started running to Kyrsh.
Yeah. Well, he's my son. I went on a trip to Germany in '98, and he's my son. Some people are saying it's not true, but here's the thing. Joe is he ain't ready to drink with the big boys like Kyrsh and Tommy C, because he kept getting.
Are you serving alcohol to minors?
He's not a minor. He's 19. He's 19. You can drink it. Fucking. Well, you used to be able to drink at 16 over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking American.
Yeah. He's 19. Yeah. But he doesn't like to drink, so I literally had to pour the alcohol down his fucking throat, and he didn't like it. And then because he took like an 8-hour bus trip here, and me and Kyrsh were having a lot of fun, and he could barely stay awake, so we had to like call it an early day. And then he almost passed out standing up at Real Talk's concert.
How do you pass out at a concert?
I don't know, man. He had one beer too. I don't know. I think LOL, beer pressure. That's what it really is.
From what I saw, Real Talk was going pretty hard.
Yeah, he really. Oh, that's a funny story too. But Kyrsh is funny, and I think we have similar views on relationships and stuff, which became apparent. And I think Kyrsh is going to be on Love Phones with me very soon.
Why hasn't that happened already? I've mentioned this before.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I knew who Kyrsh was, and I knew how everybody loved her and how wonderful. But I never, and she does come.
Didn't know her like that.
But I didn't know her like that, and we hit it off rather quick. And my daughter thought she was like the coolest thing on 2 feet too. You know, so I didn't know her like that. But now that I didn't know her like political views, I didn't know like how she looked at things. I didn't know that she thinks all these German fucking Euro guys are a bunch of pussies. She agrees with me on that. You know, we seem to have a lot of.
So what you're saying is you kind of creeped on her when she was stepping out of the shower at your house.
Yes, that's what I did.
Like she did at Dave's house.
That's what I did. I think everybody was on, like, even Joe, like everybody's on their extra special behavior not to do anything like fucking cringy because you have this like hot chick in the house. You know, like she goes in the shower.
And then she goes
in the shower, and me and Joe went on the porch. You know, like, we're not creepy. We do not want to grab your tits. You know, we are good people. You
try so hard not to be cringy.
Yeah,
you end up doing everything in a cringeworthy way.
Yeah, exactly. So that was.
It's just like, look at my hands. Look at my hands.
Well, you know what it is? Like, Kyrsh had a conversation with me, and it, to a lot of girls, it is like, this will get you punched. At one point, she said she was fat in front of fucking our wives, and I said, Kyrsh, you better calm down. You can get fucking one to the jaw, you know. You know. But it is interesting. She did start to say, and she didn't say like, I'm a hot chick, I have problems. She said there is a downside to look like she does. You know, there's a huge downside, like having a normal conversation with somebody, and then like I'll be talking to her, right? And this, I dated fucking hot chick back home, and I forgot what it was like, right? And they like, dudes will like stand in front of you, right, and just start talking to her and pretend you're a ghost, right? It didn't really bother me. She's not my girlfriend, but I can imagine it would really fucking piss me off.
Dave told a similar story like that. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, with the dog.
With the dog.
That happened twice. It happened once with me and her in the bar alone. I think it happened once.
Twice.
It happened twice to me. Oh, I don't know with the dog because Dave has here own story. But it happened when we were just trying to throw down a few Guinness, me and her. And this dude just started, like, he's older than me. And he just starts, like, you know, and he's obviously trying to talk to her, you know. And then, you know, it happened at a bus stop. And then there was another one where there was this, my kid talked this dude, my baby, in the train. He literally walked, like he stuck his head over the train thing. He's like, mum. And like, all of a sudden, like, fucking the guy started handing him food, right? So I picked the baby, I said, thank you very much. I picked the baby up, and then I walked towards her. It's like, oh, are you the mother? It was right on the train. So yeah, it happens. And she said there is a downside, and she deals with it very gracefully. But yeah, it kind of made me think that maybe I'm glad I'm not. I don't think I would deal with that as well as she does. I wouldn't. No, I don't know if I'd want. Well, I don't know. I think I would get, if I was like that.
Would you deal with it like the Christian Burns way, just calling everybody blue collar as fuck?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I think I would, if I'm trying to think, if I was a dude, and look, a lot of female attention wouldn't hurt my fucking feelings at all. But I can imagine where there's times where you're just not in the fucking mood. You know what I mean? So, and then it happened. Dave told me a similar story. Yeah. Dave told me a similar story. You know, the guy, like, and he's just like, they look right through you, and it is kind of weird. But I mean, she doesn't belong here in Germany. This is not the place for Capt'n Kyrsh. She very much has been Americanized, or was already sort of had American outlook prior to being here. She has a very similar outlook on this country, and we're watching it being torn a fucking apart.
Yeah. Luckily, she got out of that.
Yeah, and another thing is that's where that Hamburg's where she's from. She's like in a suburb outside of Hamburg, and it's just like, you know, watching all these guys run down the street and burn other people's cars and, you know, justify it and stuff like that. And where are the men? It's, you know, have we been so terrorized over here that we don't stand up to oppressors like this? And that's what they are. I know they're called anti-fascists, but that's the and I think me and her kind of connect. Where are the dudes, man, in this country? You know, I got to be honest with you. Like, if I'm in a situation where my car got destroyed, we get another one, right? But I know everybody on this street that I live on isn't. And my street would be considered a rich person's street. But not everybody who lives in the street is rich. Sometimes some of them are paying rent to those rich people, right?
Right.
There's been points in my life where if somebody burned my car, they would have ruined my life. Like I couldn't get to work, and there's no way to get another car because they would just come in and the insurance company would say, total loss. You're fucked. This is not recoverable. You're fucked. You're screwed. Fuck you. Your car was a piece of shit to begin with. And I saw those Antifa guys. They weren't just burning Benzes and Beamers and shit like that. They were burning regular people's working class cars.
Yep, same thing with the Ferguson thing here a couple years ago.
Yeah, Ferguson it's a little different because it's happening within that neighborhood and everybody's fucking pissed off and feels the same way.
I know, but they're still going around
intruders.
Like home.
Yeah, but these are intruders burning other people's shit that didn't do anything. And that's what they are. They're intruders. They're domestic terrorists. And hats off to Chris Christie and the governor of New Jersey for declaring them a terrorist group. Because people that break car windows and burn cars are terrorists. They're not protesters. They're not there to exchange ideas.
To strike fear.
They're not trying to voice their opinion or get their ideas out there or voice their displeasure. They're there to fuck shit up. And to me, they dress like soldiers. Maybe they should be treated like enemy soldiers. That's the way I feel about it. So me and Kyrsh.
But anyway, back to your week.
That happened, and then we did a lot of bar hopping and stuff like that. I said I got the best pina colada of my life with Real Talk, and yeah, he did have a fucking strawberry daiquiri. Fuck him, I don't care.
Yeah, it's his money.
Actually.
Does that make him moist?
I'm so glad he got it. I know I'm telling this story again because I didn't want to drink another beer. I'm so full of fucking beer. I have an entire mini keg which I'd love to drink now if I could. That was supposed to be for the barbecue, which we ended up having at Dave's house, right? And it's an entire fucking keg. And the beer out of the keg over here, it tastes like fucking dreamy. It's actually better than tap. So that didn't get used. Now I'm looking at the motherfucker like I got to do something about this. So I might have
a picture worth $1 million I got running through my head right now. Dave and Real Talk holding Tommy up for a keg stand.
It's like a mini keg. It's like a mini barrel, and we're gonna use it. But we ended up going to Dave's house, which is a lot of fun, and we did our we're shooting a video for one of Vegas videos, right? And it's like I guess they're gonna do like the gods of YouTube instead of American gods or some shit like that. And I took a shot, and I was supposed to side profile and then sort of look forward, and then I said, and I asked a German girl, this is stupid, I was like, all right, just be honest with me, I don't care, do I look fat? And she, without hesitation, a little chunky. Just a little chunky. So instead of doing the side profile, I picked my head up like a pussy. And then I ran and checked it like I was a fucking girl. Okay, I don't look that fat in that one. Really gotta lose some weight. My father weighs less than I did. He's like all bicycling and shit. I used to be in shape. Even that camera phone knowledge.
Then you got YouTube famous.
Yeah. I wasn't too bad this time last year. I got bad around October. I started putting on weight in October when things started getting stressful. But why the fuck would you say the name? Oh, fuck. Come in here. I'm sorry. I thought that was public knowledge. Vega, get in here. I'll apologize. I had no idea. I thought that everybody was doing this. It was just kind of a known thing. I didn't know. Come in. I'm sorry. I'll apologize.
It's okay. Nobody watches this anyway.
Fuck. Well, I don't really have an excuse. I'm trying to think of one, but I don't really have one.
Yeah, your mind's set on vacation.
Come in here. I'll apologize. Fuck. He could kill you. Damn right. But he also could probably kill my career too by fucking saying I'm a douche. So. Just come in, Vega, if you could. I do owe you an apology. I didn't know this was top secret. I honestly didn't. And you know what? I think I think she told me it was top secret, and I fucking ran my mouth. Killing Vega, great. Is he gonna come in? Fuck. All right, now I gotta fucking. All right, don't take that. Now they're really. Tommy seems like the guy that smoked crack and said he never smoked it before.
No.
I've talked about every drug I did. Double homicide, Tommy in his career. Great. Fuck. Is he living? See if he's lipped me a nasty gram on Twitter. I'll check that. You guys can call in, click on the thing below, and you can fucking yell at me for this shit. He's not answering.
Oh, he's putting out one of his masterpieces on Twitter.
He may be really pissed. I already want to get off the air because I have 1 foot in the vacation. I just have 1 more week to go, and I can get the fuck out of here, and then I fuck that up. Nope, he hasn't even sent me an Instagram yet. Yeah, career's dread already. All right. The other thing was oh yeah, only 47 watches and likes. Great. Now, yeah, I'm fucking rattled. What do you want, Dated Rhyme?
Well, Tommy, I just want to tell you that I'm still alive.
I don't care.
Oh, thanks, Tommy. Love you too.
Why do you call with nothing?
I don't know. Why do you talk?
Huh?
Why do you talk about, stuff? I don't know. I got nothing, Tommy.
Why would you hang in my why would you hang on my why would you go on my Discord then if you came in to call it? You know what? I think the show's gonna be half an hour.
Dude, I don't even know. I've just pretty much just hung on my YouTube channel.
I think Dave's
just finished recording a video. I think
Dave's gonna laugh at me.
Probably.
You're fucking up my show. It's bad enough. Why do you talk about that stuff? Why do I talk? Yeah, I know. What a douche. Vega, get in here, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. At least
see. This is what alcohol does to you, children.
I haven't been drinking today. Jesus Christ. And then we went down to Real Talk show, which is great.
Killed it.
Yeah, which he killed it. But this is funny. Like, I was a little worried going in, right? Not so much with the crowd, because the crowd, Real Talk was like the only black guy in town. All right, hold Vegas in here. Hold on. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm really sorry, man. And I think Kyrsh told me, I think, not to say anything, to be honest.
Tommy, you are the worst.
I'm so fucking sorry. I really feel awful. It totally threw me for a fucking loop.
Yeah, like a lot of creators know what's going on. They seen some of the footage and they know,
and they all shut up.
Some of them were pretty memeable too.
And they shut up except me. Everybody else kept it quiet except
me.
Nobody
knew other than them. And I always pick like a couple of people, like in like Discord or like fans, period.
Yeah.
Or people that I talk to, and I show them things to make sure I'm on the right track, so it's not like a delusion, you know, where it's like, this is great, but that's it. They've never said anything ever to anybody.
Can I make a lame excuse?
It doesn't matter.
I'm fucking exhausted, and I've been running around like a fucking maniac all week. We even got up this morning. We took German Joe to the bus, and I wanted to have a good show today. I wanted to talk something worthwhile, and I have nothing in the fucking tank. So I was just going on memory, and just pulled it. But I apologize, and that was just fucking. It wasn't betrayal. It was stupidity.
No, you're good. You're good. I think it's fine, man. It's one of those. I guess now they know what's going on, but I don't think people know the scale of what it is.
Oh, really?
Well,
I only know.
Yeah, you gave him an appetizer.
Yeah, Kyrsh. If I remember correctly, I asked questions and she said no. She kept me away from this. So don't yell at her. It's 100% me. I fucked this up.
Yeah, that's all good, dude.
I didn't know. And like I said,
what did he just say? Why did he say that?
I know. I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you what else I did. I did this once before. The guy that originally did my theme music was my guy I grew up with, right? And he did it, and I was so enthused with it. I'm like, I did a live show and say, everybody listen to this, right? And he heard it, and he goes, it's not remixed, but this is it. We're done. No, well, if you're not finished, like, no, we're done. Because I fucking played it like fucking goddamn an hour or like a week earlier. I just gave like a little taste of it, and I forgot how arty farty artists can be, because I don't know, I'm just a fucking hack on YouTube. I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
No, you're good, dude. You're good.
Man, I apologize. I don't know.
That's all right.
Now I gotta go.
Cat's out of the bag, but it's all right. I think that the masses of the other people's fans and all that shit, I think that they probably won't find out till later on.
Well, maybe you could fucking cut my part and fucking make me feel better.
Yeah, you know what? In the video, I'll have you like at the very end of it, and I'll just play that clip and be like, "Watch Tommy C's show for all the latest news." 3 months ahead of time.
I could be stepped on by Keemstar or blown up or some shit. Then you could fucking that would be perfect. I hate apologizing too. That sucks.
You don't have to apologize, dude. You're good.
I can see you were pissed, and I can see you fucking held your breath before you came in here. Believe me, that's one gift I have. I know you were mad, and it's okay. It's okay. You have every right to be upset with me. Fuck.
It's all good. No worries.
I got yelled at for clown for some weeks ago for something stupid I did similar. So I try to walk that line where, I'm not revealing secrets but letting people know, and that's like my gig, bro. But I crossed it, and sometimes I do.
Yeah, you said the name of it and everything.
Oh fuck.
now he's releasing the name. Great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a great video.
Well, actually, do you even know who's in it?
I don't want to say because I'm fucking get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm just asking in case.
Actually, I know a few, but I don't. No, I don't want to say anything. Yes, I know. I saw a clip that was filmed. And the clip was a very famous YouTuber, like a really famous YouTuber. So yeah. Kyrsh showed me that. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. I was surprised that people were down, but yeah.
I'm not surprised, man. Fucking do good work. I predict you'll have more. If Clown goes on a similar upload rate, I think this time next year you will have more subs than Clown. If you're more consistent, which isn't too hard.
That's not. That's not.
And considering the connections you made at VidCon and with your talent, which nobody is in denial of. I mean, now you're starting to get in demand and shit. I mean, fucking get tapped in the shoulder by Elvis the Alien. That's like, it's kind of a big deal. And I think if you keep it up and you're pretty regular with his stuff, I think one of these videos is going to click. And I'm really looking forward to, you know what I'm going to do? This is just for my own personal thing. When you're done with the series that bounce from channel to channel, like the fidget spinners to Elvis's, I'm going to make my own movie, and I'm going to edit it so it's seamless. So it's like one big movie. I can't wait for that. That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what we need. I think we need more of that.
I love that shit. The fact that it's going to bounce from different channels. I think that's
and I think when I approach people about it, because you have to get like there's some people in my Discord that know other people that are going to be in the next episode, which we're going to be as soon as Kyrsh comes back, we're going to start filming the next episode of the Trend Killer, and that's going to include 3 creators, and we're bouncing into their universes as well, and they're in mine. And that when I try to pitch it, it's hard to explain because they think this is like, oh, what the fuck? This is a Vega thing. What about me? But they're not, once I explain it, they kind of get what's going on. So it's not a Vega thing.
Why would you want to be in a Vega thing? That's the thing. I mean, nobody's doing with the only guy that I think touches you is the fucking rocket jump guy, and I forgot his name.
Freddie Wong.
Yeah, Freddie fucking Wong. And I don't know that you're not. I don't know that you're not better than him. I mean, Freddie was kind of the first on the train.
Freddie was actually the one that pioneered everything as far as high quality visual effects and everything like that on the platform. That's why they went to 7 million subs. They were like number 5 on YouTube.
Is he still active?
He's kind of active, but it's more like a company thing. And to me, if you watch it, they're like out of touch.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Really?
Like they used to be like they had their dick in the fucking vein of YouTube. Like they knew exactly when to drop something, how to drop it, and how to execute. Now they're just no clue.
Maybe I should interview
It's still
you.
great work, but they're still lost.
Maybe I should interview you. That sounds like a good interview, right? All right.
Yeah, why haven't you done that already?
I'm gonna go. Nobody's fucking trying to call, so I don't know. And I'm just gonna be sad and depressed. I think I'm going to a bar now. I'm fucking so depressed. I'm sorry.
What?
I am. I'm fucking bummed. I have a big fucking mouth.
Don't be depressed. You're good.
Dude, I've gotten fucking teeth chipped for my big mouth, all right?
No, you're good. We're good.
I was telling, I have these scars, and like you can't see them on film or anything. I got these scars all along my right side and left side of my eye, and they're all from hockey and me running my fucking mouth probably a little too much.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Can you believe that? So it's like when I fucked up, I was like, oh my God, I'm in high school again. Yeah. All right,
I was more in shock than pissed off.
Because I'm stupid, like, man. Nobody said I was the fucking smartest guy in this room. You see me fucking spell on Twitter? Ugh. But I don't want to self-deprecate. Then I sound like that J-Raff douchebag. All right? I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Take care, man. The Lord Vega. Please check him out. Lord Vega right here. 200,000 subs this time next year. I'm calling it. 200,000.
Calling it?
Yeah. Well, But
well,
the thing is,
I was going to bring
Clown's
something
gonna
up
go.
to
I think he'll if Clown does the same. Forget the Clown thing because Clown could upload one and get a fucking 500,000 subs in him.
He doesn't upload and he still gains subs.
Yeah,
so.
He doesn't. So he could go. Like, let's say he has like a killer like Fousey2 or even better than a Fousey2. He could get fucking 5K from 500K from. That's how good he is. But I'm saying I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna change it. More subs than Clown has. I'll just call it 200K. 200K this time next year. I'm calling it.
There you go.
What is it? Fucking.
He's trying not to piss. He's not
July.
To piss,
this time next year. Tommy needs a liver transplant. Actually, you're closer to truth than you think. But I don't want one. I think I'll just keep the one I have. So we went to Real Talk show, and the only really funny thing is like we happened there was one of the girls that was on the fucking stage I thought was fucking about 25, and turned out she was 15. Everybody got a good laugh out of that. There was that. I was like, wow, she's really pretty. I'm like, yeah, she's 15. Oh,
yeah, she's 15.
She's performing, so she's dressed like a fucking adult. You know, it wasn't like she had her goddamn Barbie outfit on or fucking whatever Monster High t-shirt or whatever my daughter likes. She looked like a woman, you know. I was like, that's that happened. But the other funny thing was, I was a little nervous before he went on because the CD was like. It was either going to be good or it was going to be bad. Sound men, for anybody who plays in music, are notoriously the biggest douchebags going. They don't care if you sound good. They don't give a fuck, right? But I had noticed these guys had been doing a pretty good job leveling the bands that were on prior to Real Talk. But he was taking it not from a CD, but from his phone. So he used the track from his phone, which in theory should work fine. So I thought because it was coming from his phone, and it was not the instruments that were wired into the mixer on stage, that it might come out sounding like shit. So I was really fucking worried because I was pretty confident that the crowd was going to be receptive. This did seem, but the crowd was mostly older than me with kids my age, or around my age, or around there, right? Everybody was white and everybody was working class, so it made them a little fucking nervous, and I was a little nervous about it too. But I just had a good feeling about that. I was more worried about the sound man, right? So Real Talk kicks in, and I'm kicking myself. I didn't have my recorder when he did our closing song, E.O.H, right? What an idiot. The fucking trademark song of this show. I didn't have the camera on. So I did Dave's instead, and I sent that tweet out. And he gets up, and fucking everybody, he gets the biggest crowd of anybody the whole night that far, because he was like the second to the closing act, right? And he gets the biggest thing. The next song was a little slower, and I think it dissipated a little, but all the other songs had fucking energy, like a lot of energy, like Dave's song, right? And then those people came back, and they doubled, right? So he was throwing it. But I could see even on stage that he was frustrated. At one point, he ran off stage and did like a fucking victory lap to get people into it. And I'm thinking to myself, you're doing fine. These people are fucking into it. You know, you're good. You're good. So he smoked the place. It sounded good. He was good. Really puts a lot of work into to fan interaction. I mean, he
said he had a blast doing it.
Yeah, he really wants to. And he talked to me. He's like, what should I say to these people? Say you've been treated well. And you like it. It's been a good week. It's been the best week of your life, whatever, you know? And because these people are dumped on pretty much from the time they grow up. Like, your grandparents were racist and they were Nazis. Tell them, as a black man from America, that you appreciate that. You'll make that connection right away. And he did it, sounded sincere, and it is sincere. And I think that did help. And he fucking rocked it. He's like a rock star up there. He does hip-hop, but it does have like a sort of a rock vibe to it. And he's getting off. So he got off the stage. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he fucking killed it. I run up to him immediately. I think I was the first or second person that saw him. And I said, you fucking killed it, right? And he says to me, are you sure? They weren't moving. I was like, there's some 70-year-old lady kind of dancing and bobbing her head. You fucking killed it. Man, I don't know, man. In Las Vegas. And he's going on, well, they weren't moving. I was like, look at this fucking crowd. What are you, crazy? And then I was like, but in Las Vegas, they said, they're fucking German. They don't move. You killed it. He's like, are you sure? And then everywhere he went, they were all shaking his hand and saying, oh, I have a cousin in Chicago. And this, he just did like, I've been here so long, you know, a German watching a rock and roll show. This is pretty good entertainment or pretty good interaction.
That's awesome.
Nodding your head. So he had everybody fucking into it. Like Americans are like fucking mosh pits and everything else. That's what he's used to.
Going nuts.
That's not happening in middle class Germany. You know.
Yeah, just, Germans are they just sitting there like with their hand like this. You know.
Yeah. But that means there is. But see, cultures have different body language, right? And I realized it also made me realize that I am a lot more Germanized than I thought. Like the culture's kind of. It's kind of integrated to me too. Like it's connected with me. So yeah, I knew that he killed it. I knew he blew the walls off. But yeah, what are you gonna do? You know. But he was happy, and then it was pretty obvious by the reaction, the people that wanted to go up and talk to him and being around him, that he did satisfy the audience, and there's no doubt about it. And then fucking Joe fell asleep again. He had to walk by the. Poor Joe, trying to get him.
Joe.
Yeah. So then Joe went to sleep again, and then we went to like a shisha bar.
Sushi bar?
Shisha. It's a type of.
What the hell is shisha?
It's like a good smelly. It's like a good smelling tobacco. The Turks smoke it. You smoke out of these big hookahs.
Oh.
You know, like we didn't get any of that shit. But they had really shitty service. And they literally gave me 2 beers in an hour and a half, which is unfucking acceptable.
It took them 90 minutes to run 2 beers.
Yeah, it's not vaping; it's something else, but it's essentially the same thing. Sci-fi guy. Yeah.
How does it take 90 minutes to run 2 beers?
I don't know. How
is that even a thing? I
think what happened is somebody promised Real Talk, and they shouldn't have, that he was going to be comped. And I think he's used to being comped in Las Vegas. This is what I think happened. So they did comp us, sort of. It's like, but they didn't serve us either. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. And finally, like, if I'm not drinking and fueling myself, I was getting tired. You know, I was getting tired. And then he did another quick.
Alcohol is great fuel.
He did another performance in a bar, and then his cousin went on after that. And his cousin, by the way, his God, I forgot her name, but his cousin is amazing over here, and she's got a bit of a following. She does this rock, sort of reggae, hip hop, soul music, and they have she has these 4 German guys in her band, and every one of them is fucking. They have the bass player does kicking solos, the guitar player can do everything, the reggae and do fucking rock solos. The drummer's real tight. The organ player, I mean, they're fucking amazing. His cousin's band. What Real Talk? Let me shout her out properly. Her name is I want to say it correct. Give her a shout out as well. That was amazing, and you can go check my Twitter feed for see that, you know, I wasn't lying. He was electric, and that was fun. Tommy needs to do some speedball. Yeah, probabally. Hey, I got 200 people watching. Can I get a few likes? I mean, I understand.
Right. I mean, can we at least get that to 100?
Yeah. Jeez. Come on.
I mean, come on.
I need them shits. Cummy Bear, you're on the air, you fucking creep.
What up, mate? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. What's up?
Hey, can I tell you something about Hamburg?
What about it?
Well, when I was hearing about it at first, I was like, really? This happened in Germany? Like, this is where the Stasi and all that Berlin Wall shit happened?
Yeah. No,
they're all like
not
16.
in Hamburg. Not in Hamburg, but
oh, I see. But like, it's still in the country.
They don't consider left-wing violence equal to Islamic and right-wing violence. Kraut and T just reported that they actually cut funding to investigate left-wing violence, and the reason for that cut was right-wing violence is more common, but it's mostly like a simple assault, right? It's like an assault on a black guy or an assault on a. They don't go. They don't have the numbers, and They're usually just fights and shit like that. Not to say that the right-wing fucking Nazis aren't a pain in the ass. They are. When the left riots and does this type of shit, this type of terrorism, the damage is just what you see. Millions and millions of dollars. But Capt'n T has reported that a former minister inside the German government said that left-wing violence in Germany was overblown. What the fuck? All right. I'll let left-wing. Now you're out of here. Left-wing violence in Germany is overblown, and that what the fuck am I gonna do? I mean, he's letting his fucking dog in. What the fuck is this?
It sounded like he was slaughtering the dog.
Yeah, I know.
Is Michael Vick in his house? I mean, come on.
It's fucking hurt my earphones. And they just stopped looking into it. So, I find it funny that they're blaming the cops here. And I don't know whether to blame the cops or not, but what the fuck do you do with up to 200 men with weapons burning cars? I can only think of one thing. So if they're not willing to do that one thing, what else do you do but let the fucking city burn down? Try that shit in Texas, please. I mean, honestly, if they tried this shit in Houston or something, people would defend their cars with deadly force, and they have the right to do it.
Yeah, they would.
I don't know, like, if it was bad enough in our situation like that, because I was thinking, like, we visited some people in Frankfurt, and it was in one of those areas that Antifa would, like, the class war and the ridiculous, and, because they're just a bunch of fucking commies at the end of the day, these Antifa cunts. And, like, what if they burned our car? We're not fucking rich. I mean, and so what if fucking we are rich? You don't have a right to play judge.
Right, I mean, they take out my car. I mean, I'm not getting anywhere. You
fucking got legal elected leaders meeting and talking about trade, and you find it like, well, that means I got to blow fucking, Joe Heisenbach's fucking car up, who works for the fucking state or drives a cab, or something like that. I got to write, who the fuck are these people? And why don't they deserve, they deserve, if you're going to walk in a group of 100 uniformed and weaponed, why aren't they being engaged with
an actual terrorist?
With I don't want to say extreme force because or excessive.
Right, but
that's
they
extreme action. They should be engaged with extreme force. And a lot of these guys, like, they weren't even near the protest. They were like burning down. They were going outside the areas, splitting up and burning people's shit that had wasn't near the protest.
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it wasn't even near like you see when Kyrsh gets off the train. Like that's like a city center, and a lot of times in every place in Germany, they have like the protests are surrounded by the Bahnhof or the train station. But they were going into neighborhoods and shit. Yeah, how do you not shoot them? How does Germany not protect their own people? Their own people's property? That's their job. And the cops aren't allowed to do it, yet they blame the cops.
What are they supposed to do?
I don't shoot them. They're destroying people's lives. Shoot them. They have every right to be shot. That is not a protest thing. This is not a Selma, Alabama thing. They're burning people's property, which allows them to get back and forth to work. You shoot them. Dead. And it doesn't matter if there was some stupid fucking white boy college student that got brainwashed by this fucking professor. They're destroying people's shit. You shoot them. And they never do it again. And I tell you something else. They tried some shit with at a Trump rally, and they got their fucking asses handed to them. And they haven't been too active in the States ever since. I can imagine what a few bullets through a few skulls would do if that happened ever a fucking again. All they did is got their ass handed to them by a bunch of middle-aged Trump supporters, and they fucking ran like bitches. And if you don't think the fucking video's out there, check the Moldy Locks video. Well, I can only imagine you fucking shot 20 of them. And because they were walking in groups in 1 and 200. If you want to come out next time, or you want to go to class, and you want to fucking get a good job, or you want to go with this political religion that you've been taught, I guarantee, because none of these guys look like they have any balls whatsoever, they attack in groups, they'll go back to class and get their fucking nice, privileged, white ass a job where they can contribute a lot more to society than burning some schmuck's car. Shoot them. They're not protesters, they're terrorists. Shoot them. I would hope if a bunch of Islamic terrorists got together and started doing similar shit that they would shoot them. And I got to be honest, I think they would. But because they're left wing, they get a whole different fucking standard. In fact, Germany, according to Capt'n T, has said they have cut investigations into left-wing terrorism in Germany, citing the fact that it's not as prevalent. It is prevalent, by the way. I've seen it happen here.
It's pretty prevalent. Things are still getting fucked up.
It's never got, and you know what? It never got to this point before, but that's maybe one of the reasons. They cut the fucking funding. They stuck to the Islamic terrorism, good. They stuck to the right-wing terrorism, wonderful, but it's pretty much dying outside of Eastern Germany. But they didn't do it to the left. What is this? Are these Merkel's bullies? What are they trying to tell us? Fucking get out of line, we'll put a G20 in your fucking neighborhood? Fuck them. They're jackbooted thugs. That's exactly what the brown shirts, the kind of shit the brown shirts used to do. They would go into fucking their classes in Germany and scream over the professor. We're seeing that now in the United States. And then they graduated. And then they became the SA. And then the SS fucking machine gunned them all when they were done with them. So, I mean, we've seen this shit before in this country. We have authoritarian left-wing maniacs that are becoming more and more mainstream every year. And now they're really bucking shit up and hurting people. And I had somebody saying, well, the cops are doing it too. The cops are burning down people's fucking cars? Well, I saw them punch one of the Antifa guys. Good! Not hard enough.
I don't see cops gathering in groups destroying people's
property.
No,
I see cops beating these fucking guys down. I don't have a fucking problem with it.
I see a dumbass every now and again doing
they're running around, acting, throwing shit. Some cop hits him with a fucking, a nightstick or some shit like a PR-24, and everybody's like, oh my God, the poor guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. I don't care about that guy. And Vice News out there. Everybody gets fucking slapped. It's a riot. It's a riot.
He tased him 8 times. Well, don't fucking resist.
It's a riot. Well, they weren't even fucking, they were trying to get him the fuck out of there, and he didn't respond, so they slapped him around a bit. And I have no sympathy for Antifa or anybody that follows them. They advocate violence. There are websites right here in Germany that you can go wreck somebody's place, and they have safe houses where you can stay. This is all on fucking line for German kids to take advantage of. And it's not even being investigated. Don't think I'm wrong? Check Capt'n T's last video.
They have funding for that, and yet I can't get financial aid. That's lovely.
Yeah. I think if you get to the point, I mean, I'm not talking about, putting some bullets into a large group of people that are protesting, maybe even getting a little rowdy or shit like that. I think pepper spray and fucking water do the job. But if they are walking around,
like rubber bullets,
like a military, that's what they were doing. And I don't think you guys, my dad says he's not seeing the videos. They were walking around in groups of 100. Maybe 2 in the one video I saw, right? You shoot them. You shoot them dead. And you have every right to shoot them dead. They're not protesters. They're terrorists. And terrorists that get in groups of 100 and start burning your city are a threat to democracy. They are a threat to your children.
That's terrorism. They're trying to fuck shit up. They're trying to fuck it up.
Shoot them dead. They don't think anything of beating you for disagreeing with them. And they don't think anything of calling anybody that disagrees with them a Nazi. Shoot them dead. But I think the government is perfectly fine in Germany about what happened in Hamburg. I don't think they give a rat's ass. Merkel's sitting there fucking defending the decision to have the G20 in there and all this fucking bullshit on TV. I saw her today. And I'm thinking to myself, that's like the fucking least of your problems. All right, you had the thing here. What about these people that don't have fucking cars? What about the IKEA and all the jobs that were lost? Your people. No, she was defending her fucking decision. Fuck your decision. Why weren't you able to stop this? Why are you blaming the cops? What is the situation with you cutting funding to looking into left-wing terror groups when they are prevalent here? And they do more damage than other terrorism groups? What did she say? The government admitted that they were overwhelmed and didn't handle it well that great. Well, yeah, they cut the funding. They cut the funding. So I'm furious about what I saw. It's the first time I've thought about moving. Crowton's, he left. I don't want to live in going in people's houses, taking their computers, talking about $10,000 a month to stream.
Right, because that's...
What kind of country is this? This is a piece of shit. It's becoming more and more totalitarian, and I'm not. This is not just hyperbole. I'm fucking. This is happening. $10,000 a stream.
You're seeing it before your eyes.
Fucking arresting people for liking memes. This is happening. This is not me saying this could happen with some lame fucking conservative slippery slope argument. It's really happening. Sweden, 70-year-old woman bitches on fucking Facebook about refugees taking a shit in her street. She's looking at 2 years in prison. Really happening in Europe. It's not bullshit. It's not extremism. It's not a slippery slope fallacy. It's happening now. And nobody gives a fuck. And I don't think too many people give a fuck in this country either. Because one thing the Germans fucking I've noticed about them is they don't like making a scene under any circumstances. And I can see why some alpha male motherfuckers or some people that want to do bad rise the ranks around here. Because everybody else is like, well, you know, that's just the way it goes. That's my problem with this country. They don't stand for shit. And Kyrsh, I don't want to speak for her. That's the way I feel. Bucket. So that was funny with Real Talk. He had a good time. And then the only other thing I had was this stupid shit. More fucking evidence that people say I'm stupid. God. This shit right here. I think you would appreciate this, being a big baseball man.
Oh my God! I think I know. Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah, I know. It's really late covering this shit, but it's just fucking.
No. This stupidity needs to be brought out.
It's just a little late, but it's funny too. Really disappointed with this sign at the new #Brave Stadium. Definitely not okay. KKK for those you don't know, and I forget the fucking reason for it because I think S meant sacrifice. When you wrote a lot of, and I used to do this when I was a kid. You get
there was already a symbol used for S
for sacrifice.
That was for sacrifice. So the guy used K.
Yeah, but they don't know that like kids go to baseball games and they write each play down. You know what I mean? With like box scores.
Right.
And you can watch, like when I was a kid, when I did it for a while until I got sick of it. But you can write your own box score. And you basically, if you know how to read the box score, you can watch the whole game kind of develop. And like if you haven't been there. And then some people just like doing that shit. K stands for strikeout. Now, it's not the fact that she didn't know this. It's the fact that she assumed it was bigotry.
Wouldn't you think, like, say, hey, that looks like KKK. What does that actually mean?
And ask the guy next to you.
Ask that. I think with your high IQ, your Stephen Hawking IQ.
Stephen Hawking IQ. I think Stephen Hawking. If Stephen Hawking didn't know a fucking thing about baseball, I think he would ask the guy next to him.
I think he would too.
I think so. This is, and I've said this to a few kids that have called here, and I've noticed this. This is an example. This is from. They started this with my generation in the 70s. This is an example of telling kids that they're smart for no other reason than to tell them they're smart, to make them feel good. This girl, I don't care. The ignorance is one thing. This girl is, there's no way she's smart. And if she is, she's brainwashed. How do you see that so easily? And like, if I was in, I'd be like, what the fuck does it? I can see what the fuck does that mean? That couldn't mean what I think. I know we're in Georgia, but shit, you know?
It's just
no.
Like,
you go right to fucking Twitter. I've been told that my IQ is close to that of Stephen Hawking.
She went to Snapchat first.
Stephen Hawking's wheelchair is smarter than you, sweetheart. All right? God damn it. And this is the problem we have. And you wonder why all those kids in Germany get brainwashed like that? Easy. And I'm sure some of them are smart. But they don't know how to critically think. Because I think deliberately they've been taught not to.
Well, no, apparently, according to this cunt here, apparently the IQ test, it tests both street and book smart.
All right, here's what the IQ test really, she doesn't know anything about the IQ test. The IQ, it's an obsolete method for teachers, I think at the turn of the century, to measure potential. And it's just a test. It's made by a man. It's a subjective thing. A man made it and said this more or less gives you a general idea what someone's intelligent potential could be. That's it. It's not a blood test. They don't take brain tissue and find out how smart you are. It's a gauge. It's a tool for teachers where to start and maybe where to go. And what it's become, it's like a fucking blue check. You know what an IQ test is? It's a fucking blue check mark. That's what it is. It's just a status symbol.
So it's not that special.
No, it's not. My father knew a guy that he used to play chess with him that went to Mensa. Mensa is an organization, I think, for people that have over 130 IQs. Mm-hmm. And he said, this guy was a member of Mensa, and that because it's a status thing. You're a member of Mensa, right? He told my dad, right? And he was a brilliant guy. By my father, well, my father, and he was like a communist and shit, but he was a brilliant guy. There's no doubt about it. Smart guy, right? But he did think it was fucking funny. He'd be like, hi, Bill Smith, 141. Jimmy thinks, oh wow, that's Bill Powers, 150.
Oh my god.
Not Mambla Mensa, you fucking phoebe. IQ tests don't mean that much. They're not success predictors. They're tools for teachers, and from what I understand, it's an obsolete tool. Does it mean, if you score high in the U test, does it mean you probably have more, bullets in the fucking gun than, in the magazine than other people? Yeah, probably. But it's no way to meet your life.
You gotta know how to use it. You gotta know how to use it.
Another thing is, she goes, I've been told that I got a high IQ. Why don't you remember the number? I'm no fucking genius. Somebody told me I had Stephen Hawking's got to have a 150 IQ. He's got to, right? I remember that.
You should probably know.
Yeah. No, it's not something they don't tell kids. They don't tell kids purposely. Just for that reason, so you have to wear it on your fucking shirt. I remember, when I was a kid, I don't know if they still do this. When there's a presidential election, they always get they go to Mensa and they get the woman or the man with the highest IQ rating that's a member of Mensa, and they always do the same fucking thing. Well, I think Michael Dukakis does have some good ideas, but I also think George Bush is right on this. But then Michael Dukakis, and it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. They don't even have a fucking opinion. It's a joke. Mensa is the person for the 98th percentile or higher. So they're all over fucking 140 then. Right? There you go. Hi, I'm Bill Smith, 145. How you doing? What a bunch of douchebags. And the guy, by the way, my father's friend, right? Who is he's a fucking unemployed fucking communist. That's right, kids. All the Marxists needs rides to the show. Remember that fuck one. Remember that one? All the Marxists. Hey, we really believe and we're looking for equality for all people. Hey, by the way, can I get a fucking ride to the Boss Stones concert? Yeah, that's what they were like when I was a kid. And from what I see in Germany, it's the same way. The Marxists needs rides to the show because they can't afford it. 150 to 160. Thank you. And there are those fucking freaks that have 200. You wouldn't want.
Do you think those that are higher on that end of Mensa, in the 159, 160, they see a guy who's 150 and then they whisper to each other, hey, you see that guy over there? He's a 150.
Yeah. I thought it was 140. 98%. My IQ said I was a Gary Perry. I got a high IQ, like Stephen Hawking. Jesus Christ. I was told that I have a high... that's the problem. You were told you were smart. You're not. If you are smart, you're incredible. There's a difference between, if you're ignorant, something you don't know, that's one thing. You could be really smart, right? I'm sure there's some fucking poor, fucking struggling kid in Ethiopia that's fucking got a fucking 200 IQ, but it doesn't matter because he don't go to school. And I bet he might think this is KKK too, Jesus Christ. And it's just virtue signaling, and they were sending her stuff. I know it was over nothing and you made a mistake, but I'm so proud of you for speaking your mind and making a stance. Why are you proud of her? She's stupid.
Why? She's a fucking idiot.
She's fucking stupid. She's virtue signaling. She's trying to show that she's more important than other people by pointing out this so-called bigotry that doesn't exist.
If she would have said, "Hey, is this the cake? This is the KKK. This is fucked up," and just left it at that. Okay, you get a couple laughs out of it because she's a fucking idiot. But then she brought the IQ into it.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'll take one call because I take.
It's good to know that out of 3 Braves fans that show up to a game, she was one of those people sitting in those seats.
She had the fucking most average IQ of all of them. Might be Simpson. You're the last caller of the day. 3, 2.
All right, is it working?
What do you got? Quick.
Oh, right, I was just going to say, yeah, IQ is just a lot of potential. That's it. If you don't act on it, it doesn't mean shit.
Nah. Yeah, you gotta work. You gotta have a good. You could be really. I read about a guy with a fucking ridiculous IQ. He's a fucking janitor in a library. You know why? So he could read all day. Because he had to feed this monster mind of his. He didn't do shit. Fucking clean. He didn't do shit. He cleaned shit, and then he spent the rest of his time with his head in a book. Never did anything for society. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. We all have a right to fucking do what we want.
No, he's cleaning the building. He's pitching in.
Yeah, but you gotta kind of wonder. You got a 200 IQ. Shouldn't you be a fucking doctor curing cancer or something?
Wait,
but
so
that's not for me to judge.
Probably.
I mean,
but he read all those books, so he can just do it whenever he wants.
Yeah, no. He can be the smartest guy in the fucking room, and no one will ever know it or believe it. All right, thanks.
I mean, this is the thing. I took the test a while back, and I got what was it, 91st centile, so about 120 or something.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, though. It doesn't mean shit if you don't act on. This is the
I
thing.
have a high IQ. I know what my number is, and no, I'm not saying it's not genius, but it's pretty fucking. It's pretty high. It's definitely sufficient, and I've been a fuck up my whole life.
There you go.
All right.
I mean, that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
It's just
it's a really good one. It's above average. All right. It's not super high. My wife's got one. It's fucking off scale, but it's really good. You know what? I've been a fuck up my whole life. I'm dyslexic as hell, and I do shit like I did before and run my mouth. So how smart fucking could I be? But I'm smarter than that stupid broad in goddamn Atlanta. I'll tell you that.
Probably smarter than this girl as well.
No, I think so. Her too. Talk to you later. All right, I'll take Jade. Jaden, last call. Last one.
I was just wondering, you see at Real Talk's concert, it was in Germany, right?
Yeah.
How could they understand it?
Everything, all the music's in English over here, bud.
Is it?
Yep. Just about.
Oh, really weird. I thought it would be in German.
Yeah, I thought so too when I came here. Most of the pop music you listen to is the pop music Germans listen to, and every other country that doesn't speak English, just about. So they can and you know what? I listen to German hip hop, some of it, and I don't understand every word. And the beat's cool and the flow's right. I listen to it, So I don't.
That's really all you need. If you get a good beat, you got a good beat to it. I mean, that's a great place to start.
There's a guy named Jan Delay that I'm a huge fan of. He's a German artist, and he does a lot of hip hop and reggae only in German. Man, I have 2 of his records, man. They're fucking great records, and I just, I do speak a little German, but I don't understand it like I do English, and I don't understand like metaphors and references and stuff, like cultural references and stuff like that. But I do enjoy the music, so I don't think there's any reason they couldn't. But I got to be honest with you, just about everybody under the age of speaking, under the age of 50 that lives near a major city speaks conversational English. That's one of the reasons I suck so bad, because everybody does speak English and they want to speak English with me, so they're not really helping. Pop, American culture is worldwide. It really is. The English, Western, like England, United States, like what they produce as entertainment is pretty much worldwide. That's what I've learned. All right. There's some exceptions, like in the Latino world. There's some like super mega stars that we don't know about that are like, bigger and more watched than stars, that we have heard of. But yeah, that's it's a good question. It's a legit question.
Yeah, like here in Scotland, you hear about Donald Trump more than you hear about our Prime Minister.
Same here.
It's crazy.
Well, your Prime Minister can't do shit.
Basically.
Well, wait a minute. You mean the Prime Minister? There's not a Prime Minister of Scotland. You mean the UK, right? Theresa May? You're talking about Theresa May? Or talking about like some designated dude from Scotland?
Like Theresa May, no.
Oh, okay. I thought you were mentioning like... Yeah, because if you're like in charge of Scotland, you're like really in charge of nothing. You're just fucking... You're taking orders from Theresa May. I think you guys should dress in those skirts again and get back your freedom and fucking invade.
Yeah, get your culture back.
Get your culture back. Only because only because Braveheart is badass about that.
You might be going independent soon. So
no, you won't. Actually, I'd be perfectly honest with you. It's the worst idea ever. You'll be if you're not poor now, you will be. I promise. If you break off, I guarantee it. You could be all this fucking Scottish. I remember the last stupid election that you guys had. It was really funny. And you know what happened? There's a guy with a Scottish bar down the street from me, right? And he goes like this. He goes, here's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to go, Scotland, and we're independent. And then, like, they're going to go in the voting booth, and they're going to be, oh, I want to keep me job. No. And that's exactly what ended up happening. You know, my personal belief, being a person of Celtic descent, I would love all the Celtic countries to be free and out of British rule. That's my personal feeling, just for tradition's sake. But if you're going to do it, if Northern Ireland becomes a part of the Republic and it turns them into a financial upheaval, if Scotland breaks away from the UK and there's financial upheaval, same thing goes for Wales and, well, no one know the Isle of Man. If any of those countries are going to suffer from a separation in a peacetime, there's no reason to do it. In fact, I think the people that are pushing it in your country are trying to take over your fucking country. And I don't... Yeah,
I guess I'll listen to you, like you anyway.
Yeah, well, no, if you're allowed to listen to me, you won't be allowed. They'll just deem me racist. They'll deem me racist because I do fucking goofy dog tricks. That's right. There's another example. Guy in Scotland got his fucking dog to do the old Hitler salute. Fucking.
I think I saw that video. Look at it.
Look at it. Fucking
hilarious.
Yeah, he's looking at time. Tommy just said he loves men. Yes, I love men. I do love men. I love big chin bastards like Jeff Left Outman. All right, I gotta go. I'm running late because I fucked up.
Right.
Jane, have a good one, buddy. Shout out to Scotland.
Scotland.
I really should have shouted out what's her face. I forgot her name.
Real Talks.
Yeah, I'm going.
He said Felicia.
Felicia. Tell Felicia if there's anything I can do, because they were so kind to me. If there's anything I can do with the channel, I don't know how much it would, because I'm an international audience. But thank you guys so much. Please like, love, and share, and all that good shit. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Our schedule this week is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I'm going on a 2-week vacation.
Kids, don't do fucking drugs.
Down out to Lord Vega. Thank you. Maybe I should send that money to him out of guilt. You know,
yeah, that and then some.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Operating at a loss for today.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, guys, so much for letting me rant and shit. Fuck's sake. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Capt'n Kyrsh. Bye, German Joes. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree.
Some guy said $5 for chin reduction surgery. What do you think of that?
Nah. Need a little more than that.
Actually, you get rid of that chin, I'm firing you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fuck it. What good would you be?